Well, welcome everybody, and happy Monday, and welcome to the Master Heart family. It's so wonderful being with you, similar-minded people, just coming together, sharing the joy of life and the wonderful, amazing miracles that are happening with all of us. And actually, miracles are happening whether you know or not. That miracles are happening for you, and they are always happening for you. And that our committee keeps us so preoccupied that we don't see the miracles happening. And so, for us to be able to, and one of the themes of today, I'm helping kids. We're having a lot of parents came to me and asked me, could you please have a summer school? So I call it a fun summer school for the kids. So on Saturday, I meet with kids, and parents are sharing that if they're not live, whatever that. But this week we talked about feeling, and actually the book Think, Feel, and Grow Rich. And so this was a book. Originally, the book was called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And in the 1930s, he wrote that and became one of the most famous writings ever, most purchased books in the world ever. But he was the people making the book said you can't use the word vibration because it's just too much. This idea about feeling that, and he was already way out there 100 years ago, if you will, about talking about like angels, and he would have his own committee member, like a board, the board meetings that people know of as companies have board meetings. That was actually originally created by Think and Grow Rich, and so he would have like Abraham Lincoln on his board and a whole bunch of people that were some of the most amazing people historically. He would invite them into the board, into his mind, and he would talk with them, and they took on characters. Like Abe Lincoln was always late for the board meeting. you know and it's like, it's just amazing on how we can literally create anything that we want, and we can have people be in our lives that are no longer maybe in this physical form, and they can help guide us and support us. But it's about what we're thinking and then how we're feeling, and this beautiful idea about our feelings are so important to the creative process. And so for us to recognize that when I have a thought, that emits out of me a vibration, and that vibration is my signal to God, to the divine, to the universe, and that signal, that communication, is how we communicate to all these resources that are unseen but make everything and help create everything. And so what most people call God, and then our archangels. And the other thing that is wonderful is that our emotions is the way God communicates to us. And when we feel good, it means we're thinking about whatever we're thinking about, whatever subject, the way God is, and we're on our lighted path. So this think, instead of think and grow rich, it's really think, feel, and grow rich. So, and we'll be doing later on, we'll go into that and become better thinkers and better feelers, if you will, to create more of what we want. But before we do that we like to share all the magic going on and the miracles happening in our life. So, who wants to start and share the good news?
I'll share. Oh, go ahead, Michelle.
No, no, I was laughing because nobody was going.
Oh, everybody's minds are turning that, because when I do ask that question, I can feel the vibration of it. And there's things like, well, I don't want to be like, kind of take over, be too pushy, or I
Mm,
want somebody else to go first. And we have all these committee members. Just leave the committee member go and just start talking. So, hey, Mia, hi. Good
Hi. Hi. So I think, I mean, everything's a miracle, but this one like was one that really surprised me. So there was a friend of a friend. She contacted me. She's in Georgia, and my friend contacted me about her friend who just given birth to a baby girl, and she is in the hospital. She was still in the hospital because she's underweight, and she was having some respiratory issues. And she just said, hey, sent me a picture of her, and I guess sent it to other friends and say, can you say a prayer for her? And she's able to go home with mom. And so I did. I said, give, what's her name? And I sent her picture to my mom and, others, and said, like, let's say a prayer for her. The very next day, the doctors were like, did we weigh her wrong? Because she had made weight, she was healthier, she was breathing better. And then the next day after that, she went home and she's healthy.
The power of prayer.
It
Yeah.
always surprises me when the doctors, they're kind of like, did I
Yeah.
do something wrong here? They're like, that has to be it. Maybe our scale was off or whatever, but yeah, I
Yeah,
know it
that's
was.
beautiful. That's beautiful. Yeah, we can impact that. What I love what you did there is you also invited other people with the prayer for to pray for the baby. And that's why a Master Heart Family is so powerful and lovingly powerful and has miracles, is we pray for each other. And I pray for each one of you every day, and for your health, wealth, and success, and a lot more. And that as the power of our prayer, the power of our thought. And science has proven that we're the only ones gifted in the whole universe with this ability to think and literally mold the energies that make worlds into our own experience. And we can have babies become healthier. I had a lady who had cancer, and they insisted on that she take a bunch of drugs and whatever. And so we just prayed together, and we said, this isn't the case. You're healthy now. And so she went that week. She went to the doctor. The doctor said, we don't understand what happened, but the scan, the CAT scan, and everything that we did came back that you don't have cancer. And like, we don't understand this, but we do. We understand it, that all things are possible, and all we need to do is allow it in, ask for what we want, and then allow that in and believe it. So how beautiful, Mia. That's great. And Mia's going to be in our next book, the next book that I'm making with Shell, that she's going to participate with that book and do some of her paintings with our next book. So it's just all fun. It all just comes together, in such amazing and wonderful ways. So thank you, Mia. Yeah. Other good news, other thoughts, comments?
Hey Mia, you look like you have this like light surrounding you. Like you just look so much like I
Yeah.
don't know what the word is, but like just really, yeah, yeah, a bright light.
Yeah. The light of God on her. And it's on you, Joey. I see it on all
Thank
of
you.
them. Yeah. There's
Yeah.
a glow. There's this beautiful glow to that God gives us every day. When I invite the 7 archangels in, I then ask them to, with their different colored light, to surround me and then be in me and fill me, and then take that light out to the world. And it's this endless, beautiful light. And so you just become the light. And it's just wonderful, and this is what life is all about. So that's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Joey, you're
And
shining too, baby.
Yeah, thanks. I
yeah,
got something to sure. Oh, go ahead, Carolyn. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, Joey. I'll allow after.
So first off, I gotta tell you, I was a little tardy today because I overdue for a car wash. So I pulled into the car wash, and one of those self ones, the thing goes around and stuff, the touchless ones, and
Yeah.
it just kept going and going and going. I ended up with like 3 car washes before the guy who was working there happened to realize it. Came over. He goes, "Have you been here?" I go, "Well, I'm trying to yell out the window without getting water, and this is the third one." And it just
Oh
kept
man,
going. I don't know how long it would have went. I could be there till like weeks and weeks and stuff. But with it, but it was just kind of, I thought that was funny. And so, but You know, I talked last week about what I talked about in this, like, since then, I remember growing up, my mom would tell me, you know, Joey, you would be grateful if somebody gave you an empty bag. She said she used to use it as a compliment. You know, you're so grateful for the things you get and stuff like that. You know, and so as last week progressed from what I shared last week and stuff like that, is going forward is I started realizing like, I've always thought that was a good character trait, like a good thing that that God placed in me to have that gratitude.
Mm-hmm.
But I realized last week sometimes I can use that to settle for smaller things.
Mm-hmm.
So things will happen and I get like childlike, like excited about things and stuff like that and everything, And I realized last week, I don't desire hundreds of dollars. I desire hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
And although I want to remain grateful for the hundreds or the, like you talk about, Dr. Hank, the penny, nickel, dime, quarter, whatever shows up there, I want to, but there was something going on where it was like, okay, that happened. And I would settle where that was enough when I really, in my heart, did not feel like that. And I'm really starting to notice some things happening where it's like, yeah, I'm grateful for that. But I want a lot more than that. And that being okay, just noticing it being okay like that and such. So now where I would get like really excited, truly excited, like in my heart, if somebody scheduled a call to talk about coaching or things like that and stuff, I would get really excited. And whether or not they signed up, it was like I let it go at the call where it's like, yeah, good. But my desire, my passion is to bring in clients that I can help, that I can serve, that I can work with. The call is a part of that. It's not an end all when it comes. And so I'm, we'll talk more on Wednesday, but kind of ironing that out to where like have that level of great gratitude for that, but not settle for that being the end all.
Yeah.
It was really a cool awareness to have.
That's beautiful. Yeah. And this idea, let's kind of start back at the empty bag that, we appreciate everything. So let's change a couple things. Grateful to appreciation. Appreciation is more grateful. It's kind of like somebody did something for me, whereas appreciation, I was part of this co-creative. We have to take credit for this, that I have to do the asking first. I have to do the thinking. Then the Father can do the work, but I have to do the asking. So it's co-creative. So I appreciate. And, I do appreciate things, and I appreciate a penny and nickel, whatever. And that is, but an empty bag is empty. Right? It doesn't have anything, that whereas money that, hey, the penny, leads to a nickel, leads to thousands, leads to hundreds of thousands, a million, whatever. And so it's this momentum that I want to build. And so the momentum is, I don't start at empty bags. That I'm going to start at, hey, I love helping people, and I love having this talk, and I love being able to help these people, and I love attracting people that want and pay for what I offer. That's a good one for most of us, that I want to attract people who want and pay for what I offer, whatever it is that you offer that. That's how to think. If I think empty bags, I get more empty bags. If I think, and just kind of playing with that a little. But when I say, hey, this is what I want to attract people who want and pay for what I offer, it changes everything. And that way, it's the next step. It's like, oh, I love this person contacted me. I love talking to this person. And that then gives you the courage, if you will, gives you the confidence to then ask for the order, if you will. So would you like to coach with me, or whatever, the order is? Would you like to buy this scanner? Would you like to, whatever that is, would you like to subscribe to, whatever? But we have to do the asking. And so it's not only to God that we do the asking, it's to others that we have to ask. And that, I have people that are, oh, well, I was really nice, and, didn't I? Well, the way to, did they then purchase that, or, are they going to work with you or whatever? Because if not, you're not adding the value that you're not sharing your talents to the world. The Bible says, share our talents. Yeah, Joey?
Yeah, and I'm also not achieving what I truly want to achieve. I'm not, I'm not, I'm not manifesting. I'm not like allowing what I truly want to, because I kind of shut the gate at that.
Yeah.
Good enough.
Yeah, good
That
enough.
mediocre, that.
Yeah. And there's, from now on, I have parents that say, come to me and say, my kid keeps on saying, I want more, I want more, I want more. And I said, yeah, that's what we were born for. This expands everything, to have these desires. We want to love these desires. And so we want more. And so, but we've been told, oh, don't be selfish. Don't be, I can't be, I can only think and feel for myself. And when I do, I'll thrive, and everybody around me will thrive. And it's like, this is so great.
So Dr. Hank, can I pull up another way that comes up and maybe discuss it a little bit? Just
Sure.
Hopefully it'll help somebody else as well. But so like Friday night, I had a really nice evening and stuff like that. And I'm getting my truck and I'm heading home. And my Facebook thing goes off that there's a message there for me.
Mhm.
And I went in there, and very, very, very much unlike my son, put a Facebook post out there talking about like Father's Day and me being his dad, and to the point, like I saw it and I started reading it, and I had to pull over and read it and just absorb it. And he put images of him and I, and so, and it really brought me to tears, like because I so much cherish him, and I'm so like grateful and blessed, and appreciative that I get to be his dad.
Yeah.
Because I I mean, and so I have that, and then seeing him do something so much out of the ordinary for him to do, which is put it on Facebook or something. He'll send me texts, but doing it like that in the way he did it was just overwhelming. And here's another area where that happens, because I get so excited about that. I get so like lit up in my heart about that. I can get the thinking going that like everything is exactly the way everything's perfect, but it's not really, because there's areas where I want more. I want to have bigger impact. I want to do things like that, but it all gets mixed into one happiness. And like it's like, then it's, that's the level it's going to get to. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. And so everything is playing out. Okay. And everything is, perfect. But to focus on, and let's first recognize, Joey, all you need is your son to post it. And basically, if I understood you correctly, your son usually doesn't post sentimental, type of things, whatever. And here he posts on Father's Day weekend some just loving message about his dad, you.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow. I mean, just run with that. Okay. Just be happy. I have sitting right here that a card that I actually had my middle son mail me a card, and he said, and you are one, and this is my gay son. And so he said, in a way, you showered me with love, but not just love, unconditional love. Oh, it just broke my heart, Then I went, yeah, that's what I wanted. So it's like, if you'll just stay with that feeling and stay with that and know everything else is going to play out that way, without being content. You want to be happy, but see, what you're doing, you're adding in, oh, but this thing really isn't there. So it's almost like you don't deserve to be happy and enjoy that moment.
It's actually a little bit different than that, in that something like that will happen. And it's like almost like something inside me goes, this is it. This is all I ever need right here. Well, but it's really not really, but my feeling inside of me is that it is.
Yeah.
Rather than this is awesome and more is coming. It's like my conditioning, my whatever goes to, okay, this is the plateau right here. This is
So you're just about there, if you will, as far as just love this like about your son, enjoy this. This has nothing to do with the other stuff. That it is, yes, you desire other things, and the more you can just appreciate, because what I'm kind of hearing is that, hey, you feel good about your son, but then you mix all this other stuff that you don't have yet and really doesn't,
No,
make
no,
you
it's not.
content.
It's not that I
Yeah.
mix it. It's
Okay.
like it's like something inside of me goes, "This is it. This is like this is the height of living right here. This is it."
Oh, I
But
see.
there's a
I
part of me
see.
that still wants more impact and more finance and more manifesting and more
Yeah.
things like that, and back to hang gliding and all the things I
Yeah.
want in life and stuff.
Yeah.
But in my inside, something inside of me goes, "This is the plateau right here."
Yeah. And so whatever is inside you, so that's our feelings, our subconscious mind, and we can change that with our conscious mind. And to change that on, there's no end to the happiness. I'm just scratching the surface here with my son doing this. There's so much more for me.
That right there, what you just said, Dr. Hank, is the awareness from that
Yeah.
event that came from it.
Yeah.
Is I don't have to,
Yeah.
everything doesn't, and I can still be as happy and cry and everything else and stuff, but understand that's tied to what else is coming, not that it's done now. That's the
That's for
limit.
sure. It's
Really
almost
cool.
like, yeah, it's almost like a way to look at this. As we were talking, you talked about the empty bag. It's almost kind of like the full bag, and the bag is never full because we're
Yes.
eternal beings.
Yes, that's exactly. And that awareness of that was really, really like
Yeah.
awesome to experience that.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Just
So
absolutely beautiful.
that
Thank
was
you.
my share for today. Plus 3 car washes for the price of one.
Man, I love that. I love my car washes. I'm going to have to start asking. I've never had that before because I never asked for it. So you get, hey, I want 3 car washes and one wash.
Well, you know what I did ask for though is usually when they do it, because I've been going dirt roads and stuff, trout fishing with the fly rod and everything that I'm doing
Yeah.
new, and so it was really dusty. The wheels were caked on with, and I was like, man, I hope this thing cleans it well enough to clean my tires well. Washes later, it did.
There you go. Got clean tires, baby. I
Yeah.
love it. Thank you. Carolyn,
All
what
right.
were you going to share?
I just wanted to share a wonderful miracle that happened, and I'm probably going to cry. Michelle, you better get your tissues out because you probably will too.
Oh.
My daughter had a girlfriend from high school that has a 2-year-old child, and she was pregnant. She had a beautiful, easy pregnancy. Well, she delivered the baby last week, and the umbilical cord got wrapped around, and the baby was born. And it was deprived of oxygen for about 30 minutes. So a couple days later, they declared her brand new baby as brain dead. And they kept him on life support. The story gets much better, but the mother and father, like huge faith, were like, okay, God, I don't understand this, but I know you have another purpose for this. Please. And then so they asked their doctor if there was a way that they could donate the organs because the little heart and everything was working really great. And the doctor said, no, we can't do it with children. The heart's too little. We do lots of organ transplants on adults, but with babies, there's just, to do that. So they had just set that up. Well, 24 hours later, the doctor called them back and said they found a match of a baby that was born with a heart defect. So yesterday they found a baby that they're going to put this little heart in. And so now they're just trying to get everything together to do this. But what touched me and had me just so thrilled was this young couple and how incredible their faith was, that they just said, okay, Lord, you gave us this, as a gift. And if we don't get, and I was just I was imagining like their life now with this baby that's gonna get the heart and actually be able to, have a life now because she carried this baby. And they were totally at peace knowing that their baby's okay, that it was just a body, but there's parts of this body that now can help another. but it was just an incredible, and it was so inspiring to me to just see the amount of faith. Even the doctor was like, no, we really can't do anything with that. We need to pull the plug on your baby and let it go. And they were like, no, we think God has a plan here, something different. And so I just wanted to share that because it was something that just touched me. And what touched me so much too was the maturity of these young people, because I think they're like maybe 32 years old. And that they had that kind of faith to say, God's got something for a purpose for this happening. So, but it touched my daughter so much too, because my daughter was looking at this young girl as, oh, she's got it made. She doesn't have anything going on in her life. She's beautiful. She's skinny. She's already got a beautiful baby. And now she's got this great pregnancy. And then when this happened, my daughter's like, Mom, I don't, everybody's got issues. I was like, yes, Kayla, that's the world we live in, everything, but it's all in how we frame it. And, know that, God has a bigger purpose for everything, even when we don't understand what it is. And so it was just a really cool thing, and I just can't wait. So this just happened yesterday, so now they're waiting to see when they'll have, and the baby's in Florida, so I want to know, these kids are in Alabama, so I want to find out about it and kind of follow it too. But I think how cool that I'm sure they'll have a relationship with the new baby and the family, for the rest of their lives. And so their little baby was Oliver that passed, that didn't make it. And so Oliver will have a purpose in this world.
Oliver has a purpose in this world, and that's so beautiful, Carolyn. And it's tears of joy. And that's what I love most about your story, that most people would be, oh, the poor baby. Remember that when we take a broader perspective of life, that we all signed up to be here. Our soul decides when to come and when to go. And so I was talking to a person earlier this morning. They had lost last year their mother and a sister. And I said, but you haven't lost anybody. That we have eternal life. Do you believe in eternal life? She said, yes. I said, well, I can feel the presence of your father and your sister right now. And I said, you're the one that gets to choose. And you just said, oh, they're gone. But you can choose to invite them in. And she started to, oh my God, she realized that they are here and felt their presence and realized the truth. So when we decide, so Oliver's soul decided when to leave. Our little committees get in there and start judging, oh, they didn't have a long life. Listen, to 100 years old is a drop in the bucket to all of eternity. Okay, this time thing is nothing. That this baby experienced what it wanted to, and then think the impact that Oliver had on his parents and how they had faith on using the organs. They said no, but God found a way to, find the baby and make this all happen. This miracle. These are the miracles we're talking about, and it's because we asked for it. They asked. And even though the doctor said no, they said, hey, we want this, our baby Oliver to make a difference here. And so he has. And this story just has started. That way till this other baby and grows up, and the story behind all that. I mean, it's just all good. And remember the other thing, you shared about, like, your daughter goes, oh, they got it all made. We all have it all made, but we all are going to experience contrast. We signed up to experience the contrast of what we don't want, because that helps us to have clarity of what we do want. And that clarity, and for us to recognize that and to birth new thoughts and feelings of what we want from the things that we didn't want, that gives us the eternity of life. And it's like, oh my God, this is so great. We're the happening thing. This is a happening place in the whole wide world. In the whole universe is this world, Mother Earth. And we're there, and we're the happening thing. And everybody, all our angels, God, all that is, they're right on us. They're right here. They're willing to, you just ask, and they're going to go out and get all your goodies. because this world not only has everything we don't want, it has everything we do want. And it's like, man, this is so fun. So we praise Oliver, and Oliver, I feel his presence, and man, he's just loving this at that life. Because again, we've been here many times, so we're not going to get into that, but we've been here many times. Oliver served his purpose purposely on to expand all that is, and to have us expand where we are and our understanding of this amazing life and how incredible we all are. And there's nothing to cry of sorrow for. There's only everything to cry of joy, like we have done because of that, Carolyn.
Absolutely.
Yay. Man, that's powerful.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah. Just unreal.
Yeah.
Other thoughts? Yeah, hey, Steve.
Am I muted? Sorry, I was in the car. I'm still driving a little bit. Yeah, what a beautiful story. I mean, to be able to turn tragedy into some type of silver lining is I mean, that is a beautiful story.
Yeah.
I had some other friends had a similar thing like that happen, and it's time to check on to see how good that kid's doing, because that brings tears to my eyes, because I think we've all gone through it in some way.
Yeah.
And to see it at such a young age is unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you for sharing, Carolyn. And good job, Joey. I just want to say good job to Joey too. He seems like he's doing something right.
Yeah, 3 car washes, baby. he's got his son bragging on him on Facebook. Son never does it. It's like, look for the miracles, baby. Look for the miracles.
Miracle. That's a miracle.
Yeah. When you look, you'll find them. They're all around us
every day, even the smallest ones to the biggest ones.
Yeah.
We have to be aware, and like you say, let them in. Let it happen. Receive. It's hard for a lot of us to do that.
Yeah.
I'm a giver.
Yeah. The committee, wants to preoccupy you, and when the committee is preoccupying you on things you don't want, or judging you about you did this or did that or don't have this and that, just let's love it. And when we can just love it and realize that literally we can just ask for it and receive it. The only thing in our way from that is God, and all that is, we just talked about that and that process, that they're all waiting to support us, to guide us, to give us everything, to make us magnets to everything we want. And so just ask and then receive. And so it's this idea about step 4, allow, believe, expect, ABIT. I'm going to allow it. I'm going to allow what I ask for to come, and it's going to come in the most unusual ways. It's not the way that your committee figured out how to do it, because your committee's taking you upstream,
right.
And none of your desires are upstream. And that's why I love singing the song. And I know Joy wants to sing this with me. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream, your dream. And so literally, it's just, let's go down. Let's take it easy. Let's just ask for it and allow all that is, and God and our angels and everyone, to bring us what we ask for. Yeah. But you got to ask. And so give me more miracles. I'm doing my joy shop that it's been this morning, 2 hours. I was in my joy shop. And it's just like, I just start flying with my angels, and I just so, happy and just expanding my imagination and asking now I'm asking for the Archangel Uriel on wisdom, to give me the wisdom to be even a better healer of myself and others, mentally, spiritually, physically. And the healing is just, and when I say healing, it's also on, it's not like we're broke, it's just that we need to be turned in the right way. We've just been turned in the wrong way of what we don't want. And it's about turning to where we do want. Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful. Well, with that, let's turn towards what we do want now. And it's this about this thinking and about the feeling. And think, feel, and grow rich and rich in every way. So I invite you, if you're not driving, to close your eyes and just to become relaxed. The meek inherit the earth, and the meek are those that don't have an active committee. Instead have turned off the committee and opened themselves up as we now open ourselves up to God, to the wanted, to the delightful, bright future for all of us. And so let's breathe in deeply, 5 seconds in, all the way down to your feet. And breathe out. Oh, and as you breathe out, just say to yourself, relax, relax, relax. And breathe in. And breathe out. And just say to yourself, at ease. Our breath is actually spirit in the Bible. The word spirit is our breath. Breathe in. And this is the fastest way to connect with the divine, is through your breath. And breathe out. Breathe in. Go down into the kingdom within us. Be at one with your higher power, with the Lord Almighty. Invite in now God and all that is, all the wanted energies of the universe. Ask to flow in now. And as we relax, we become meek, we allow, and then our asking immediately turns into our receiving. So let's start at the top of our head and just relax your head. Open up the crown, your beautiful head, and just allow the thoughts of the divine to flow into you now. Call forth good feeling thoughts. Call forth your bright future. Call forth health and wealth, success, flowing into you now so incredibly wonderfully. Asking for freedom to now flow into you. Just becoming so relaxed with your eyes. Relax your jaw. Relax your neck, your shoulders. Just enjoy and love the essence and magnificence of who you are. And allow relaxation to run down your arms now. Feeling so good. Feeling so loved. And oh, you are so, so loved. And just relax now your chest. Relax your heart and open up your heart. Invite the feeling of love now in with your good feeling thoughts, with your robust future in mind, knowing how magnificent you are and how you're all part of this creative process with the divine that puts the eternity into all of us. Breathe in and breathe out. and just relax all your organs, your magnificent organs within your body, creating better and better health for you now. Allow relaxation to work down your hips, your thighs, knees, calves, ankles, and feet. And just feel relaxation and comfort, the love of God in you now, in your mind, in your body, in your spirit. And with us being at one now, with all that is, with God, all the loving energies, with all those that have walked before us, with this oneness, we ask that we have the thoughts to bring us our dreams coming true now. We ask to feel better. We ask that our heart sings now more than ever. Just ignite our emotions and have us feel better than we ever have felt. Raise our vibration now and let us walk at one with God. Let us walk at one with our dreams and our desires. Smile to yourself. Enjoy this love that is draped upon you now. Enjoy these good feeling thoughts from this moment on flowing to you. You are a magnet to everything that you desire now. For more love and more joy and more peace and more enlightenment falls upon you now, flows within you, all of you now. You just love on how you can call forth your dreams and how they come to you now in perfect portions, in the perfect timing. Feels so good to now be able to ask for better feelings and to feel better than we ever had. We just love vibrating at this state of oneness with the divine. We love our dreams coming true now. Feels so good. These beautiful thoughts continue to flow in an endless stream of loving thoughts, the thoughts of our bright futures. And we now are at ease. No longer is there dis-ease in our thoughts, our feelings, our emotions. We are filled with ease, and it just flows to us now. We are magnets to everything that we want, to the thoughts, to the people, to the circumstances, to the business, to the more easy money, more easy life, just flowing to us now. Oh, we just love that we know this, we believe this, and we expect everything we've asked for to flow to us now in magical, remarkable, and miraculous ways. We call forth your miracles, and we want to see them. We want to experience these miracles starting right now. Let us feel our ancestors. Let us feel God and all those that have walked before us. Let us feel our archangels and Michael with manifestation, as we are masters of manifestation now. Raphael in providing us that beautiful health, mentally, spiritually, and physically. Gabriel, we are now angels of communication with your white light and energy and angel dust. And Shamuel, being unconditional love, pour your unconditional love and let us see everyone and everything with unconditional love from our past to the present to the future. We see the love in everything and everyone now. It's such a wonderful life that we now lead. We lead the life of miracles, of happiness, of joy. And Jophiel, illuminate us. Have us think beyond where we have thought before. Let us feel better than we ever have as you put your golden light onto us, your energy, your angel dust. Let us feel better. Let us think better with your illumination. And Uriel, give us the wisdom to understand all of this, to be in a pure state of allowing and at oneness forevermore with our Creator. Oh, we give such thanks in Zadkiel, and we call upon your violet light of compassion, and have us be even more compassionate, kinder, and more loving to ourselves, to each other, to the world, to all experiences and circumstances. We see the blessing in everything because we now think of what we want, and we now feel great. Breathe in. And breathe out. And just imagine the beautiful light of God surrounding you now, going in you, all around you, filling you to where you have more endless love to give out to the world. And I now invite us back into our chairs, into this comfortable, remarkable life of ours. And we now understand better than ever as we think better and we feel better. And we give thanks. We so appreciate knowing and having this now. And so it is. Amen. Breathe in. And I invite you back into your chairs. And now open up your eyes and welcome this beautiful, beautiful life back. Hi. You all look angelic. That's because you are. How beautiful. So anybody want to share your experience there? Yeah.
I do.
Okay.
Go
I
ahead,
love
Laura.
you. I just love all of you.
Oh, thank you. We love you. Yeah. You have to unmute if you want to talk there. I unmuted. I muted everybody. Yeah, so you'll need to look at your phone to unmute. Yeah, I love you, Shell. Thank you.
I have this was before we started the meditation though, but you said something that really put a light bulb in my head.
Yeah.
Because for the last few years, I've been trying to heal from my past trauma. And I don't, I mean, it wasn't like terrible childhood or whatever, but
Yeah.
like trauma for myself around money specifically.
Yeah.
And when you said we don't have to heal, we just have to turn to the wanted, that was just like, I've been trying to heal all these years instead of just turning to the wanted.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
a light bulb moment.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Well, it's also something like, people say, oh, I need to be healed, and like Archangel Michael talks about healing, and really it is what it is it's about allowing. And to allow what? To allow that the unwanted that was in my life, like your relationship with bad relationship, if you will, with money, it's like has birthed for you now because
Yeah.
you didn't want it. It's not about how long it took or whatever. It's about, hey, I figured it out that, oh, I was only turning toward in money or any subject. I was turned towards the unwanted. And all I need to do to heal myself is to realize this was a blessing. The unwanted has been a blessing. Everything in our lives, every person, every circumstance, everything is a blessing. And it got us all to this red hot moment right now where we're in pure love and in one with God. It's like, cool. And the money will continue to flow to you, shall continue to flow. Yeah, just flow, 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 and everything. And it's this relationship with money. The other day, I talked to somebody and I say, how's your relationship with money? Well, there is no there is no money. And I said, well, yeah, you keep on saying that. There's plenty of money, okay? And that all we need to do is ask for it. And God will figure out how to put lots of money, as much as you want, into your bank account, if you will. Yeah, beautiful, Shell. Thank you for sharing. Anybody else want to share? Stephen, were you going to say something, or?
Well, am I still there? Can you guys?
Yeah,
still hear
you're
me?
there. Yeah, we can hear you.
Well, okay. Well, I saw where all those kids go up in heaven, and it's okay.
Yeah,
So they're all
Yeah.
going to be
there.
over.
Everybody is fine. The
Yeah,
only people that aren't fine that think that things aren't fine.
They're all good.
Yeah, all the babies, all the children, all the everybody that has transitioned from the physical to the non-physical are fine. And then it's just we need to make sure we're fine and to understand it. And I did yoga again with my mom and with my brother today. It's like, hey, this is just the life, man. We can have it all. And so we've been given this, beautiful ability to be able to connect. So yeah, I love that. The children in heaven,
Fine.
and so with that, let's be like children and let's sing like children. So unmute your microphones and sing along with me. We like to laugh and have more fun. We like
to laugh
and
have
more
fun. Hey, you guys are starting to get into it now, moving it. For we are the chosen ones.
For
we are the
chosen
ones.
Our thoughts become things.
Our thoughts
become
things.
And feelings are our middle name. And feelings
Feelings
are
are
middle
middle
name.
name.
freedom to think is our divine right.
freedom
to
to
think
is
our
our divine
divine
right.
As we now shine our divine light.
As we now shine our
Our divine
light.
light.
Sound off, we are
Sound off.
creators.
Sound off.
Sound
we
off.
We are
Creators.
creators.
Just to our
Sound
feelings.
off, we are creators.
Sound off.
We are
We are
creators.
creators.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Okay, we're flying high. That means we're gonna have a day like you wouldn't believe, a week like you wouldn't believe.
Woohoo.
Have more fun than ever. I love you all and know that everything you want because of the way you're thinking and feeling is coming your way starting right now.
Yay.
Love you guys.
Thank
Love you guys.
Thank you.
Bye. I love you guys.
Bye, everybody. Love you
Thank
Have a
all.
great week.
Have a great day.
Okay,
Thanks, Dr. Hank.
bye.
Appreciate
Thank you. Thank you.